with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. That's right, guys. It's pumpkin beer time again. Fall is upon us. It's time to drink us some fruit of the gourd, as they call it sometimes. And what are we going to do to take care of this need? Well, I don't know if it's a need, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because we've had dubious past with pumpkin beer. Now, haven't we? As we've seen in the past fall festival videos. And we've reviewed this beer also, and it's Heavy Seas Brewing, and are out of Baltimore, Maryland, US of A. Yay, yay, of course. And it's the Great Pumpkin Imperial Pumpkin Ale. Now, this is the self-same beer that we reviewed last year. This is a 2012, the Great Pumpkin. Why? Because they're not producing this beer again this year. And also, I had an extra bottle last year of this fruit and veggie fall serving. And I decided, you know what, this was a big nutmeg bomb. And I wonder if that nutmeg, when it dies down, if it'll be a better beer. Now, this particular beer, just to remind you from the review last year, is 8% ABV and 35 IBUs. Now, in this beer, they're using cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and allspice. And they're also putting pumpkin mash in the brew and at multiple stages during the brew. So last year, when I graded this, I think I gave this one a B, and Johnny gave it a B+, something like that. So anyways, you know what? Enough flapping my gums. Let's get the top popped on this bad boy, get it in the glass, and see what a year has done to this Imperial Pumpkin beer. Who ages and reviews pumpkin beers? I'll tell you who does. DJ does. That's right. Where else are you going to go for needed information such as this? Got a big old bomber here. Let's get in the glass. There we go. It looks like a pumpkin beer. Kind of looks like I remember from last year. Alright, got our ale in the glass, and here we go. Slightly hazy, just like I remember. We got a solid 1.25 fingers of sort of sudsy, off-white khaki bubbles. It's that lovely hazy orange color of pumpkin beers. A little bit darker than some of them because it's an imperial version, a bit more malt in it. So, let's get a nose on this. It's pretty unremarkable. When I swirl it, yeah, I'm getting alcohol legs and a bit of glass lacing. That's what a pumpkin beer looks like. Khaki head, orange body. Let's get a nose on it. A lot more muted than last year on the nutmeg. Now the bigger aroma is clove and cinnamon. I can smell the allspice more, that sort of peppery allspice and the spice of the clove as well as the cinnamon. And the nutmeg has really receded. I'm getting some sweet malt and a bit of that pumpkin-y sort of aroma that you expect. Pumpkin itself doesn't really throw much aroma or taste at all. It's the combination of that pumpkin meat with the spices that create that pumpkin pie-like experience. So, our heads died down. We got a nice, about a quarter head and a ring around it. Let's get a taste on this, see what we're doing here now. Well, as I thought, the year has beaten that nutmeg down. It's not as boozy as I remember it being last year. It was a little boozy. A lot of the higher ABV Heavy Seas beers do tend to be a little bit boozy when they're fresh. I can see myself last year with that higher nutmeg giving it the B grade that I gave it. It's a better tasting beer now. The cinnamon is more prominent, and the clove and allspice are playing a lot bigger role, and the nutmeg is more in the background like you would have when you make a pumpkin pie. I think it's a lot better in some ways, and the carbonation's actually smoothed out a little too. It's got a medium mouthfeel. That hasn't changed any. I didn't expect it to, but it's a tasty brew. I would buy it again, but they aren't making it right now. It's one of those beers that's on hiatus. They're going to make the Great Pumpkin this year, which I have a bottle from last year. Also, that's one that I always age because Heavy Seas barrel-aged beers tend to be a little bit boozy, especially when they've been barrel-aged. But anyways, what do the other guys think about this beer? Rate Beer's giving it 89, and Beer Advocate's giving it 85. Both are B+ grades. I myself, I'm going to give it an 86. I think that the year's age has elevated this beer, and also I'm not reviewing this within a sea of pumpkin beers as I did before. So, you know what? B+, it's better. I like it now. Like it better now that the nutmeg has died down. And you know what? I had an extra bottle, so you can do those kind of things. Anyways, guys, thanks a million for watching. You got to do a big favor for me. You got to think globally. Drink locally. I'm going local today. That's right. I'm drinking Heavy Seas beer. You know what? They're right down the street, 20 minutes from here. That's about as local as you're going to get for a brewery around this area. Anywho, thanks a million for watching. Support that craft beer movement. Keep this thing growing in the diversity, increasing each and every day. And until the next DJs BrewTube, I got a big a big pizza!